League of Legends lore is long, so I will be doing the fun, interesting only facts about champions in under a few minutes for people with short attention spans like you and me.
Zed was originally called Govos. My guy was born in Ionia and his parents were very poor. Govos' dad went for milk when he was young but never came back home. He was a servant at the Tanjul Monastery when he was only 10 years old. Okay, side note, the Tanjul Monastery is the base for a group called the Kinko Order. This clan is an order dedicated to protecting Ionia's physical and spirit world, and their leader was Master Kusho. Back to Govos. For 2 years, Govos was trying to be noticed by the Kinko Order, but no one would claim him. His dream was to become a Kinko Order warrior, so in the evenings after his servant work, he would train really hard. And this is kind of sad, but his reasoning was that if he trains hard, maybe Master Kusho would notice him and not leave him alone like his dad did. Sad times, but oh well, we move on. However, skip some time and Kusho did notice him. Kusho and his son Shen went up to Govos and Kusho ordered that Shen and Govos spar with each other. Basically, Kusho takes Govos into his family and eventually takes him on as a student too. Let's skip some time, about 5 years. Govos, Shen and Kusho go on a mission to track down the Golden Demon. They disguise themselves as merchants, and once they reach the end of the cliffside, they see smoke and mutilated bodies for the first time. Kusho tells Shen and Zed to aid the nearby village called Kotha village. Govos gets tasked with healing and surgery, as Kusho feels he is less hesitant at making judgment calls. This is important and I will come back to this at the end of the video. Govos heals and aids, etc. and has to sadly let some people die to save others. Once they save as many people as they can, Kusho gives Govos the amulet of the Eye of Twilight and changes his name to Ulsan, his new name meaning the strength of compassion and is for someone who will bear the heaviest load. Now I will refer to Zed as Ulsan. Ulsan, Shen and Kusho continue investigating the Golden Demon, and as they are investigating they see more dead bodies and are really traumatized. Eventually they catch the Golden Demon and it is someone called Kara Jin. Ulsan wanted to kill Jin, but Kusho said let him be and imprison him instead. This pissed Ulsan off as he couldn't forgive Jin for his horrible crimes and how twisted they were. Basically, Jin used to leave the bodies in really creepy, twisted ways. Also, a bit of context, at this same time, Noxus was warring with Ionia and invading them, so Ulsan was tense to the core, and this is the beginning to his desire to punish evil. Let's skip some more time. Ulsan finds a box within a temple which contained the Tears of Shadows. He basically uses this from a magical e-core and is able to control shadow magic. However, at the expense of using the box, he has to taint his mind with darkness. This is also how Zed is able to do his shadow abilities in game. Ulsan then tells the Kinko Order to do the same, as they can slap the Noxian invaders. Kusho refuses this. This really annoyed Ulsan, so he quits the Kinko Order and creates his own order, and he calls them the Shadow Order. Ulsan changes his name to Zed, and in this order is him and ex-Kinko Order members. Both groups want to defend Ionia, but the Shadow Order is willing to go to any extreme. Zed needed to get to the Tanjul Monastery so that everyone in his order can learn the shadow magic. So Zed and his order raid the temple. After slaying the remaining Kinko, the Shadow Order take over the temple and make it their base. Kusho confronts Zed. They agree on faking Kusho's death so that the two orders can unite in fighting Ionia. Zed later then hears of a massacre in Baal in Ionia due to Noxus invaders. This is where he meets a young Kain. Kain is a child soldier sent from Noxus. Zed doesn't kill him, but instead sees potential in Kain and takes him into the Shadow Order. To find out more about Kain, watch the video in my description. A final bit about Zed and Shen. So at this point, Shen believes that Zed killed Kusho, but we know that did not happen and Kusho faked his death. So Zed finds out that Jin has escaped prison. So Zed finds Shen to team up with him and capture Jin. Shen ignores the idea of avenging his father and teams up with Zed for the greater good, and Shen knows Akali, his friend, has been captured by Jin. The duo end up saving Akali from Jin and catch him. Shen does think should he kill Zed, and Zed even contemplates if he should tell Shen the truth, but he chooses not to. As Zed feels is better, he hates Zed over hating his dad for lying. Interesting take, should Zed have told Shen? It's also worth noting the Kinko Order and Shadow Order are not buddies. Even after the first war ends between Noxus and Ionia, both groups do not like each other. They try to not fight, but fights do happen at times. Okay, so remember I said I will come back to when Kusho refers to Zed as the one with the heaviest burden. I believe this foreshadows Zed taking initiatives that are necessary and uncomfortable for the Kinko Order in order to survive and win the war with Noxus, especially as Zed does end up taking action where Shen is too passive. This is later proven as Akali, long story short, joins the Kinko Order but leaves the order as she feels Shen is too passive against enemies, and this makes Shen doubt whether the old way still works. And the old way is basically just always picking peace. So maybe Kusho is smarter than we even know. But I don't really rate Kusho. He is a snake. He lies to his own son and also at one point in the future tries to get Kain to kill Zed. So he's not someone to look up to. And to see that, watch my Kain video in the description. Also, Kusho's reasoning to be fake killed is because he believes that's the only way Shen and the Kinko Order will react violently against Noxus. Kusho also himself ends up learning shadow magic in the future. He was the one who didn't want Zed to learn it. And remember I told you Jin escapes from prison? It's Kusho who frees him, as he feels that Jin terrorizing Ionia Ionia will make Ionia lose their peaceful ways. And finally, is Zed a villain in your eyes? He would do anything to defend Ionia, but then he slaughters innocent Kinko members who take over the temple. Okay, so quick one guys, Zed's lore is really long, and I tried to do these series in minutes, but if I did everything and how he relates to Akali and Jhin and every other champion, it just wouldn't end. So let me know in the comment if you want a part 2 to this video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. They do take time to make, so a like, comment and subscription is appreciated. Have a good day.